We have in this last session, we have already learned what are the types of accounts. Okay. So let's recall what are the types of account. Account is nothing but a ledger. So all these accounts again divided into personal account and impersonal account. Personal account it belongs to a person like a natural person or artificial person or representative personal person. Or impersonal account is real account and nominal account again. Real accounts are tangible real account, intangible real account, and nominal accounts are expenses, losses, and profits and gains. So here, all the blood, flesh, those who are having blood and flesh, they will come under natural personal account. Artificial persons like companies, banks, those who are exist artificially. Okay, so they comes under artificial account. Representative personal account like the accounts who represents a person, whether it is a natural person or artificial person, they come under the representative personal account, like salary payable, rent payable, that are outstanding. Uh, um, I mean, they are outstanding, and you need to pay to a person. Okay. Then all the assets, most of the assets will come under the real account. Nominal account, all the P&L items will come under this nominal account. Okay. So let's see what are these items, whether what is cash. Cash is a real account. Bank, again, it is a asset and it is a real account. Mohan is a person, so it is a personal account. Okay. So again, it is a natural person account. Okay. Plant and machinery, it is a asset, it is a real account. Capital, it represents a person, it is represents the person that is the owner, so it is a personal account. Stock, it is represents the asset, so it is a real account. Okay. Infosys Limited, it represents a artificial person, so it is a artificial personal account. Prepaid rent, it represents representative personal account because it when it if you have paid advance rent to the owner, so it is representative personal account. Okay. Sales, it is a nominal account because it is all expenses and expenses are comes under all expenses and incomes are comes under the nominal account. Salary wages, again, it is expenses, it will come under the nominal account. Okay. So let's go to the golden rule of the accounting. This is the most important thing in accounting. Mm, so what happened, what is the golden rule of accounting? You see, personal account, debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. Okay. Then what is real account? All debit to what comes in, credit to what goes out. Okay. This is the real account. Okay. Then nominal account, all debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here one thing you should to think of. Okay, here we are doing the double entry bookkeeping. So any transactions we are seeing in this accounting, it should have at least two legs, one debit leg and one credit leg, and the debit amount should be equal to your credit amount. So in personal account, if you see, the debit will be the receiver and credit is the giver, and real account, okay, debit what comes in, whatever asset will come in, you will debit it, and whatever asset will go out, it will you have to credit it. Nominal account, again, we have said, it is most of the P&L items will come under nominal account. So all expenses and losses you need to debit, and all incomes and gains you need to credit. Okay, there is another approach, separate approach, American approach or modern approach, what we tell. Okay, so with this transaction where there is a increase in the asset is going to increase, then you need to debit, and if you decreasing the asset, then you need to credit it. Again, liability, if you are increasing, then you need to credit it, and if you are decreasing the liability, you need to debit that liability account. Okay. Similarly, capital, if you are increasing capital, then you need to credit to the capital, and if you are decreasing the capital, you need to debit it. Revenue, okay, okay, if it is increasing, revenue is increasing, you need to credit it. Okay, if your revenue is decreasing, you need to debit it. Expenses and losses, again, if you are increasing, then you need to debit it, and if you are decreasing, then you need to credit it. Okay, this is the modern approach or American approach. First, we learn through the traditional approach. Then we can go to the modern approach. How this is exactly getting, I mean, exactly identified, can be identified how this is really approached. Okay. So, in any journal entries you make in accounting, okay, should have this many items, this many parameters, or this many uh, uh, specifications in the entry. Okay, all the journal entries should be in the same format. Those who are writing exams or those who are studying commerce, they should understand any journal entry you are making. So first you make this format, you do write the date, particular, ledger folio, debit and credit. Okay, let's see what are the items are compulsory in this journal entries. Okay, first the date of transaction. Any transaction you will make, there should be, it should be, I mean, this date should be reflected here. Okay, then as I said, there are two legs. One is debit leg and one is credit leg. Okay, so we need to mention what account you are debiting and what account you are crediting. Again, what amount you are debiting and what amount you are crediting, and there should be, it should match, debit and credit should be always equal. Okay. Then the narration should explain the transaction. Okay, whatever transaction you are doing, that should be explained in this narration. Okay. With this, let's go to some of the examples of the in this. Okay. Let's start. Assume Mr. Suresh has started a business and he has done some transactions in the month of January 21 and February 21. Okay. With these transactions, let's see how the Suresh has to maintain the books of accounts. Okay. So Mr. Suresh has started a business with INR 1 lakh rupee. INR 1 lakh. Okay. So first, what is the date of transactions? Oh, 1/1/21. Okay. And we identified the transactions. Okay. There you need to identify what are the accounts involved in this transaction. What are the accounts involved here? One, he has got money. Okay. So one is cash has come. So cash account is involved. And what is the other account? He has invested money, so it is capital he has invested. Okay. So this is the two items involved. So what is cash account? Cash is a real account, and capital is a personal account. Okay. Let's go to the go to the presentation. We will see what. Okay. So in personal account, what happens? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. Okay. And real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So what happens here? Cash is a real account. Cash has come into the business. So in real account, whatever comes in, you need to debit it. So cash account to be debited, and in personal account what happens? Credit is the giver. Okay, so owner has invested the money, so he has given that money. So you need to credit it. So cash account debited to capital account. Okay, what is the amount? 1 lakh. So each transactions you make, you should know that the debit and credit should match. Okay, so uh, always see whether it is matching or not. So narration you need to write, being Mr. Suresh, who is the owner of the business, has invested capital in cash. Okay. Here nothing is mentioned, so we have assumed that he has invested in cash. Okay. Let's go to the second transactions. He purchased goods for INR 50,000. Okay. What is the date of transactions? It is 5th January 21. So what happened? He purchased goods. Purchased goods means what are the items accounts involved here? I mean, he purchased goods, so purchase is account. Okay, another account. He has purchased goods for INR 50,000. So he must have purchased it through cash. So cash account is involved. Okay. Again, cash is a real account and purchase is a nominal account. Okay. So let's go back to the PPT. Let's see nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. So purchase is a nominal account, it is a expenses for you, so you need to debit purchase. Okay, again cash is a real account, and when you purchase the goods, you need to, okay, I mean you need to give the cash, so credit what goes out, cash is going out. Okay, so what will happen? Purchase account debited to cash account. What is the amount? 50,000. What would be the narration? Being purchased. Yes. Okay. So we have completed the second transactions. Okay. Now let's go to the third transaction. The date of transactions 10th January 21. Okay. What he has done in 2021, 10th January 2021, he sold goods of for rupees 2,000 in cash. Okay. So what are the items involved here again? So he sold goods. So sales account is involved. Okay. Then again he made in cash. So cash account is again involved. So cash account is again real account and sales is your nominal account. So again let's go to the slide. Okay, nominal account. Okay, sales is your nominal account. So credit all expenses and gains. So sales will be credited. And you have cash. We have received cash. Debit what comes in. So your cash is coming. So you need to debit cash. Okay. So this account debited to sales account. What is the amount? 2,000. So paid in okay. We completed the third transaction. Okay, let's come to the fourth transaction, 15th January 21. He has sold goods to Mr. Dev on credit. Okay, so in the last transactions, he has made a sales in cash, but here he has made a sales on credit. So there is no cash involved. Now, okay, being sales made, sales account is involved. Okay, then he made on credit. So instead of cash, he will be having a debtor of Mr. Dev. Okay, so Mr. Dev account. Okay, sales account is again nominal, and Mr. Dev is a personal account. Okay, so go back to the slide again. Okay, Mr. Sales is a credit. We know it is a nominal account. All credits are all expenses and gains. Okay, personal. Mr. Dev is a personal account. So debit is the receiver. What he has done? He has received the goods. So debit is the receiver. What will happen then? We need to debit Mr. Dev, Dev, and we need to credit sales account. Okay. What is the money? INR 10,000. Okay. In sales made to Mr. Dev on credit. Then let's go to the subsequent transaction. In 20th January, Dev has given a check 5,000 to Mr. Suresh. Okay. So 20th January, what happened? So 20th January, what happens? Whatever he sold on credit, and he has paid 5,000 rupees. So what are the two things involved here? Okay, Mr. Dev account, because he is a debtor. You have already debited him. So Mr. Dev account, and what he has given a check. That means your bank account involved here. Okay. So Mr. Dev is again personal account, and bank is a real account. Let's go to the PPT. Okay. Mr. Dev is giver. Okay, he has given the check, so credit is the giver. Okay, so Mr. Dev, we need to credit him. Okay, then bank, what comes in? What comes in? Debit. What comes in? The bank has come in, so it is a you need to debit bank. So bank account debited to Mr. Dev. Is the value again 5,000 being being uh, being Mr. Dev paid to Mr. Dev. Need to give the check number, because ultimately we need to the bank reconciliation later on. So that's why better you keep the check number here. Okay. Next transaction, Mr. Suresh has paid wages to the laborer INR 200 in cash. Okay. In January, he has paid wages to laborers in cash. So he has paid in cash, so cash account is involved. So he paid wages. So it is a expenses. Wages is a expenses. So wages expenses on debit wages account. Okay. Cash is again real account and wages is a nominal account. See, uh, credit what goes out in real account, credit what goes out, cash is paid, so cash has gone out. So you need to credit cash, okay, and debit all expenses and losses. So wages is a expenses, so you need to debit it. Okay, let's come to this here. Wages account debited to value 200 in wages paid to the you completed again this transaction. Then in 30th January, what he has done, Mr. Suresh has paid salaries to the employees. Okay. January 2021, 30th January 2021, what happened? Suresh has paid salaries to the employees. So one is salaries account, he has given salaries and is paid, so it is cash account is involved. Cash account is again real account and salaries is a nominal account. Okay. So let's go back to the PPT again. Okay, salary is a nominal account. So debit all expenses and losses. So salary is you need to debit. Again, he is paid in cash. So credit to what goes out. Cash has gone out. So credit you need to credit cash. Okay. So salaries account debited to cash. Okay. The value 500. So being very paid the month of January. Okay. This we have completed this transaction. Okay. Let's go to the next transaction, 31st January. Okay. He has rent payable to this. Whatever rent for that month, it is payable. You know, as an and at the month end, you need to pay the rent to the landlord. So 30 he has to pay the rent. So what are the two things involved? Rent account, then is the landlord account. You need to pay to the landlord. Okay. Again, landlord account is a personal account. Rent is a expenses. It is a nominal account. Go to the slide. Okay. Rent is your nominal account, so debit all expenses. So rent you need to debit it. Okay. And landlord is a personal account. Okay. He he has to receive money, so you need to credit him. Okay. So mm, rent account. Okay, to landlord account 800. Being rent payable January. So 800 rent payable is done. Okay. And 5th February, what he has done? He has paid to the landlord through check. Okay. So again, he is paid to the landlord. So landlord account is involved. And another he is paid in through check. So bank account. Okay. So landlord is a personal. Right? Okay. Rent, I mean, bank is a real account. What is bank is gone out, so we need to credit him. Okay, and person who is the receiver, Mr. Landlord has the receiver of the money, so we need to debit him. Okay. February 2021, landlord, okay, to bank account. So being sent it to God or so and so. We have completed this transaction. Okay. Go to the next transaction. He paid to his son INR 100. So here you need to see what he has paid. He has paid cash. Cash account is involved. Okay. Then he has paid to his son. So what he has done, he has taken money out of the business. So it is nothing but the drawings of his the owner. Okay. So drawings account. Okay. So cash account is real. Okay. Like capital is a personal account, drawings is also a personal account. It belongs to the owner. Okay. So let's go to the slide again. Cash is the real. What is goes out? Cash is goes out. So we need to credit cash. And drawings is a personal account. So debit is the receiver. So we need to debit drawings account. Transaction date is 7th February 2021. I need to debit drawings account, debited to S account. Amount 100. being yes paid to Mr. Yes, assumes is son of Mr. Suresh. Okay, I'm assuming Mr. Dinesh. So with this, we have completed all the transactions whatever Mr. Suresh has made in the month of January and February. So similar type of transactions you can try for all these journal entries. So you should remember all the journal entries is have at least two legs. One is debit leg, one is another is credit leg, and uh, it is minimum two legs will be there. Okay, there might be many more line item accounts also involved. Okay, so again you should know that okay whatever you are debiting that much amount you need to credit it. There should be a narration. Okay, the narration should explain what is the transaction and all the dates of transaction should be there. So this is the most important thing in accounting, and this journal entries is this first step. This is the foundation step for the accounting. So this is the most important thing in accounting. Okay. Let's go to this. Okay, hope we have already seen. Thank you so much. We will see ledgers and trial balance, all these things in the next session. Thank you so much.